What's up, guys, and thanks so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Justin Klumbaugh. I'm very excited about today's video. It's about learning the green speed before a round. Everyone needs to kind of get that green speed before their round. This video is going to be a great video to kind of give you some ideas about that. This is another video I filmed with Tori Totless, another one of our series here. I'm really excited for you to watch this video. If you haven't done so already, please click on the subscribe button just down below, and that'll help you get notifications for future videos that I have. Also, next to it, click on the bell button and then click all. That'll give you all the notifications for any video that I have coming out. Also, if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. I'm really excited about you watching this video. After the video, please put something down in the comments on what you thought of the video. And if you have any questions, I'd love to follow up with you if you have any. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this helps your game.
Okay, so one of the really fun things about golf is that you go to a new course and the greens are completely different than what you're used to. Every green is different, whether it's speed, just the general feel. But how do we, going on to a new course, what's the best we can do to dial in that green speed for putting?
Absolutely, yeah. This is probably one of my favorite drills I ever came about, because it was one of the first drills I learned when I was just kind of becoming a teacher.
Okay.
So the drill is that you take about 4 or 5 balls, doesn't matter how many, but you know, not a whole bucket, but just 4 or 5 balls. And what you're going to do is you're just going to putt to the fringe. So we're actually just going to putt to the fringe here and kind of have that ball try to stop on the edge of the fringe there. So we're just trying to get the ball just to go to the edge of the fringe. We're not going at a target there, and we're not going, meaning not a hole.
So it's
we're
almost
just going
as close
for
as
the
possible.
edge of the fringe. Exactly right. So the first couple won't always be great because we're trying to figure out that green speed. So just trying to get those balls to kind of stop right on that edge of that fringe. And after you do this for about 5 or 6 times, you know, you'll kind of get that touch and that feel of what it's going to be. Perfect. Oh, right on the dot. Perfect. So you can do that kind of at this type of a speed, then maybe grab those 5 balls, you know, and drop them and then go to a different part of the green. So you can go to different parts of the edge of the green. But the thing that I like about this most is that you're just getting the green speed down. You're not trying to judge on whether you've made the putt or anything like that.
That's
you're just trying to go for the edge of the green.
And sometimes when the green is filled with people, you know, before a round, sometimes you can go off to the side and do this drill when all the holes are taken.
Exactly,
you know?
right, yeah, because a lot of people are always trying to find a hole to hit. You can
Yeah.
just putt to the edge of the fringe and it's much, much easier.
All right, excellent.
Now, after you do that and you feel like you got it down, we drop 2 or 3 balls literally this close to the hole. So super close to this hole here. Okay? And all you're just trying to do is you're trying to make that putt right there.
Okay, I think I got this taken care of, hopefully. There we go.
So you make 3 or 4 of them just like that, and what you're doing is you're getting used to every time that you've intended to go to a hole, you've made your putt.
Okay.
So you've kind of warmed up this whole day, and the only time that you've actually gone to a hole, you've actually made it. You've got your green speed down, and you've made every putt going to the first tee.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Here we go.
So
all right, let's look at chipping then.
Let's do that.
All right. So not just putting, you have to get the speed down, chipping too. So how do you, before a round, really start to get that green speed in with your chipping?
Absolutely, yeah. So the one thing that I wanted to just talk briefly about is just the ratios of 3 different clubs that you can use when it comes to the running out part of it. So the sand wedge is designed to fly about 3/4 of the distance and only roll about 1/4 of the distance. So getting the speeds down, this first hole here, I would hit more of a sand wedge, because for this particular shot, I want to land the ball about 3/4 of the distance and only let it roll a little bit. So I would hit just a couple of shots kind of to this first hole here, trying to feel this club just, you know, landing about 3/4 of the distance and have it kind of trickle up just nicely there.
Yep.
The second shot that we would work on here is the pitching wedge.
Yep. Switch.
Pitching wedge designed is about 1/2 fly, 1/2 roll. So knowing the ratios of these different clubs is super important, especially to these shots. So that I got my cone out over there. So this would be more of a pitching wedge shot where I'm trying to land the ball once again kind of on the front part of the screen, and then I'm just going to let that ball kind of roll out to that next that cone area.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, right? So, and then finally the last shot would be kind of the 8-iron. The 8-iron is designed to do more 1/4 fly and then 3/4 roll up to the hole. So if I was going to go for that last hole there, I would once again land it in kind of the same little area here, but then let it run all the way to that last hole there. Okay.
I wouldn't mind that. Beautiful.
Not too bad. So kind of practicing with these 3 clubs, getting your ratios down, and if you're at a course that has a little bit faster greens, those ratios you might have to land a little bit shorter. If they're slower greens, you might have to land them a little bit farther. But finding kind of a longer green like this and kind of going through these 3 clubs and seeing how far they roll out on that particular course would be a great drill to go through just pre-tournament.
All right, great. And then what would you say to the person that's like, well, I don't chip with my 8-iron. I only chip with my sand wedge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so what would you say to that person that's never chipped before with their 8-iron, other than, well, you should go practice that. It's a great tool.
Exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, usually if I have somebody kind of practice with their chipping with their 8-iron, and we go 8-iron versus their sand wedge, 9 times out of 10 they're going to chip better with their sand wedge because they're used to doing it.
Yeah.
So I always highly recommend to most students to try to put the 8-iron into play. This is more in practice.
Yeah.
To get this kind of going. And actually a great drill to do is that during a recreational round prior to a tournament, is to actually say, all right, my favorite club to chip with is my sand wedge. Today, for this recreational round, I'm not going to allow myself to use the sand wedge at all. I have to use another club.
Okay.
And it kind of just introduces you to using those other clubs.
Yeah.
However, if you're going into a tournament and you only chip with your sand wedge, you don't chip with other clubs, I would still do these three targets with that sand wedge. Hit a couple to the first one, kind of a shorter chip, medium, and then long, and find that opportunity to kind of practice those 3 targets.
All right, great. Thanks, Justin.